Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Excavation of Hob's Barrow. Now, as you guys will all know, I am always completely honest and straight up with all of you. I've actually recorded a fair part of the next sequence of the game, but stupidly, as only I can do, I solved a couple of the puzzles and realised that something looked a bit weird, and I realised that I hadn't actually hit record on the recording software, so rather than lie and say, oh yeah, we're going to carry on and I'm going to fake reactions, I'm not into all of that, so I'll just be honest. It happened. I'm going to pretty much get back to where we were, tell you guys what I did, and just go from there, I think. So we used this route with the crank, and that created a whip. And actually, this didn't take me too long.
It's a little crude, but I believe I fashioned a whip.
Yeah, and then we put the whip into this slot here, which opens up the door.
It fits.
I'm pretty sure that just opens up. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we did this. We headed through, we explored some of the rooms in the next area, and that was about it. So nothing too dramatic, but there was a couple of things to look at.
Whatever was once placed here is long gone.
Yeah, so we had to find something to put on there, which I haven't figured out yet. There's also all of these like urns and pots.
Empty.
And some sort of like slimy stuff on the floor.
A thick, greasy substance is oozing from the broken pot. I haven't the faintest idea what it is. I don't wish to touch it.
Yeah, it's pretty grim. But we did manage to pick it up before using this pot, so I'm going to do the same thing again.
I've scooped some of the greasy substance into the pot.
Now that's going to come in handy later. There is a very creepy goat over here. I
shan't go near it.
Which doesn't let us anywhere near it. There's also this panel on the floor with a slot.
Looks like an object could be placed here.
So I'm not really sure what we do there just yet. But we can go into some of these rooms. Now,
incredible.
So this was a thing. There's also, rather disturbingly, a hand.
A severed hand is locked in a death grip on the handle.
Yeah, which is...
did this belong to? The fingers are icy cold.
Yeah, so someone's hand.
I've managed to pry it off.
Lovely. Just what you want to find.
Keep it?
Oh, we've got a hand, and there's also a like coin thing.
A gold coin. There are no markings on heads nor tails.
So it's just a plain gold coin. Now, we've got all of these busts here.
I can't move it. There's an inscription on the base. Thartharoeth.
So they've all got these like slightly demonic sounding names, and each one of these cranks rotates one of these busts. Now, the one in the middle doesn't move.
I can't move it. There's an inscription on the base. V-I-I, Roman numerals.
So that's a 7. So this is another one that I figured out pretty quickly looking through the journal. Where was it? Here. All eyes must face towards the 7th Archontic. So that seemed pretty straightforward to me, in that we just basically rotate each of these busts until the eyes face the number 7. Unfortunately, you don't seem to be able to...
Ancient crank emerges from a mechanism within the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately, you don't seem to be able to rotate the busts 2 ways, just one way. Which is a bit of a shame, but, you know.
This crank is jammed. It won't budge.
Yeah, so now this one is jammed, so that's where the pot of grease comes in.
The greasy substance could act as a lubricant here. Voila.
So that you can see turns the bottom left one. So again, you just rotate round until you face the number 7 in the middle, like so. And it's literally just a case of repeating that process. And that one was actually facing the right way, but I've moved it. Okay, this one needs to face down. Oh no, we're doing the bottom right one now. Like that. This one needs to face southwest, I guess, if you're using a compass, and then the middle one needs to face down. And that makes them all do some creepy spinny thing.
Something has emerged from within the bust.
And then you can just pick this fragment up, which is lovely. So it's got like an
curious object. I'll keep it.
almost like an eye on it. So did we... yeah, we've got that. Okay, so they all face to the right now, weirdly. So we've got this panel here. I still don't know what to do with this. I haven't figured this part out yet, but it's not too dissimilar from the eye thing, I guess, in a way. As I said, you can't go near the creepy goat. This room up here, I did explore this a bit.
Me.
So yeah, there's this standing stone with some gaps in it. And also...
something is hanging here.
there's something in here, which I think is another coin.
A writhing mass of serpents carved from stone. On the reverse side is a thin, notched shaft. Perhaps a key of some nature.
Yeah, so it is, and I'll explain what that's for in just a second. You also hear that our good friend Herbert is here.
Herbert?
How Herbert got in here,
It's Herbert!
I don't know.
What madness is this?
And honestly, it makes me feel slightly uncomfortable that he is here, given what's happened in the past with Herbert. But yeah, there's these holes
I don't know
here.
why, but I really don't want to put my hand in there.
We can't reach the top one.
There is a queer heat emanating from the stone.
The top one we can't
That
actually
is
reach.
well out of my reach.
So that's the thing. I haven't figured out what to do here yet. We've got a couple of pots which I believe were empty, and then we've got another room over here. Now this room is quite interesting because there's a plinth here with an urn on it. Greek
Characters,
alphabet.
Perhaps Greek in origin?
So as far as I know, you can't click this. So maybe it's a case of decoding it. There is perhaps something in the journal. Again, I haven't figured this puzzle out, so we're sort of back in real time here. The code was simply in the singularity of the characters. I don't know if this is something to do with it. Could well be, but I haven't worked that out yet. And I think the only other thing...
I can't move it an inch. It's heavier than it looks. There is a thin slot set into the front of it, not unlike a piggy bank.
So yeah, the only other thing that I did here was have a look at this, and I put this coin into here.
The coin went in. I don't think anything happened.
No, so that didn't seem to do anything. Then we've got this wheel over here. Now the wheel was interesting
An ancient device.
because there's another one of those carved things.
A thin rod with tiny notches along the shaft.
So that
the
one,
head is adorned with an Ouroboros.
so yeah, that almost looks like a screw or something. But you can use
It
this.
moves a fraction, but appears to be locked in some manner.
I think. Is that, yeah, that goes into there.
It fits.
So you can rotate these things.
Something moved in another room.
And what that does is it affects what happens in the room where Herbert is. And this is now the point where I got to. Obviously, we've got here quicker than it got me here before, because I was solving the puzzles in real time. But so you can see the serpents are
The
here.
statue is well out of reach.
So I don't know if there's a way we can maybe get the serpents to allow us to climb up to this hole.
What on earth are you doing down here, you silly cat? Did you follow me? It looks absolutely starving.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if we can feed it anything. And we've got the hand. I don't really want to try and feed it the hand. So this way takes us back into here. So I'm guessing we don't do anything in here. So we're at the point now where I was basically going to end the next episode. Just try rotating these wheels a couple of times and see what happens. Now, I don't know if there's any relevance to the serpents where they are on there and what that does in the next room. So you can see this one is now quite high
The
up.
statue is well out of reach.
So I don't know if we can like make Herbert go up on it or something. But yeah, this is interesting as well, because obviously we only have the one.
It appears this section does not move.
So the midsection doesn't move, and there's these notches on this side, but not on this side. We've also got all of these.
Can't quite fit my finger inside.
We've also got all of these holes, which I'm guessing this thing goes into. Yeah. So we can use the outer one. See, that's brought a serpent
well out of reach.
to here.
I don't know why, but I really don't want to put my hand in there.
Okay, so she said her hand. Can we put the...
No, that won't work.
No, okay. I mean... Okay, we can give it to her, but which is messed up. Oh yeah, that is seriously messed up. Ugh. Alright, well he's gone.
Ghastly.
Now this didn't happen... Oh, another coin.
A gold coin.
Now I didn't do
There are
this.
no markings on heads nor tails.
So that's interesting because I've not actually done that before. And now I'm slightly weirded out. Okay, can this go in here again?
The coin went in. Something stirred within the plinth. I should take a closer look down there.
Okay, interesting.
The characters are now protruding out from the plaque. Perhaps I can push them in some manner.
Ah, we can. Okay, so we can only push 4, it seems. Alright, let's see if there's a reference to this in the journal. Place of Miracles, Nature's Laws, Rho Theta Epsilon. We found the code was simply in the singularity of the characters. So that could be this, right? Moon, the chief of stars, listen to the things... I'm guessing this is further on. So, I mean... Theta Epsilon... I mean, is there anything with those symbols on it? I mean, there's only one. The singularity of the characters. Yeah, so we can only push or press 4 of these. So, have we maybe got to find one where there's 4 of a character? 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. There's way too many of those. Not enough of those. Is there anything where there's 4 of it? I don't think so. And 1, 2 of those. 1, 2. No, I don't think so. So I don't think it's that. Okay. Let's come back to that. And let's have another look at this thing. I mean, I don't know what happens if we... what this rod is for. Okay, so that's moved the serpents closer again. Can we use anything on this?
No, that won't work.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, unless...
No, that won't work.
I'm guessing we're going to have to put something into these slots here. Although, I'm not sure what it would be. We're sort of running out of items a little bit. We've got the statues and the serpents. Now, is there any relevance to where the serpents are based on the Ouroboros thing? This thing. The serpent key. Oh. Something clicked because it went to the one with the rod. Okay. Ah. So the rod one makes a beam of light.
The statue is well out of reach.
So do we have to get the beam of light to go into the holes? Maybe? Actually, thinking of that, there's something like that in here. So, oh look. Maybe this shows us the position it needs to be in. So the outer one up in the top corner. Let's give that a go. So maybe we have to put this rod like up here.
The rod doesn't seem to fit here.
Oh.
The rod doesn't seem to fit here.
So the rod can only go... So maybe we need something smaller to go into these. Okay. Yes.
Remarkable.
So now we just need one to come over here. So let's look at this. So it goes into this moon thing here. So this one has something up in the top right corner. So I'm not sure if that's something to do with maybe an item that's got to go into here, or whether it's just where this has got a point. Let's see. Maybe there's another one of those rods but smaller. Yeah, so I'm guessing that's about there, and then the beam will go into here. We can't get off to the sides where Herbert went. Okay. I mean, we could maybe try something like the knife.
That doesn't fit there.
No, okay. And this definitely doesn't...
That doesn't fit there.
...fit anywhere. Okay, it feels like the snakes are in the right position. But we need something for here.
Can't quite fit my finger inside.
Alright then, well, anyway guys, we're out of time. We've managed to catch up and do a bit more than I managed to again. Sorry about the intro to this. Sometimes these mistakes happen. It was just before I went camping, was not fully immersed in what I was doing. But there we go, we got back to here anyway. Always want to be honest with you guys and, you know, not do fake blind playthroughs and things, which I know some YouTubers do for, like, you know, shocking reactions and stuff. That's not my thing. Always like to be truthful with all of you guys who watch the videos. So yeah, we'll try and figure this out in the next one. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons: Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, Hobo, Numinous, Coumadin, and Paul Leone. And I'll see you next time.